I've spoken in so many countries. But I always get the same question, and I'm going to give the answer tonight. The question always has been, why don't you have, where can we watch your DVDs? Where can we watch your TED Talk? Where can we watch you speak? And you can't find anywhere on the internet, except in China, where they got some guy with my name that I do not know, speaking. And I'll tell you what's the reason for that. The reason for me not having a tape, and this is my first one tonight, and you're going to see a lot of this, is because it's very hard for me to talk about my journey sometimes without sounding like I am boasting. And I hate boasting. And it's very hard for me to speak about what I've achieved without sounding like I'm boasting. So tonight, if you catch somewhere like, geez, boasting there, please, I am boosting you. I'm not boasting. I have to tell you, people are always talking about their failures, particularly black people. Black people, we get that from our grandmothers. When you visit your grandmother and you ask, how's it? She will not say to you, I'm still alive, God is great, I'm alive. No. My child, that pain that was here is now here. And then you meet the next week again, like, you remember that pain that was here? It's now 2 places here. And black people older than 70 always talk about death is near. I'm ready, the Lord must come and take me. So we get that habit, and that's why people tell you, particularly black people, will tell you everything that went wrong in our lives without telling you what is going right in our lives. And what I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to tell you what I tell my closest friends, because you have become my closest friends. I love writing. I don't write books to make money. Money is a byproduct of me writing. And I'm going to share with you the 10 things that I've learned. The day when I was released from jail and I got a first job, I knew I'm going to make it. I knew it. Not because I'm brilliant or not because I had all the plans. I just had to look at my competition, which is you. I had to look at you. And I'm like, this one's got a phone that complains like this, and this person has a phone. Here, this person even have a car. I'm also going to have a car and a phone. If this person that is so negative can have a phone and a car. And that's why tonight I'm going to talk to you about how I went from sleeping on the floor 13 years ago, having no bed, to sleeping in a penthouse today. How I went from a taxi to a Lamborghini. And what I'm going to share with you tonight, that the lessons is in those, this is what happened in the 13 years, what I've learned. I've made many mistakes, make no doubt about that. And I'm going to mention some of the mistakes. But I want you to understand, I'm going to tell you how I went from, most people will say, even somebody said on Twitter, this guy should have learned from G. G was robbing banks, he came out, he put his money aside, and when he came out, he bought, like, listen, I was still broke when I walked out of jail. and that's what I want to share with you today. And I'm going to talk about mistakes that I see we make as people. I think the number one mistake I've seen people make on the outside, and I'll refer to you as people on the outside, because that's what I want to talk about today. Your number one mistake is people have time to go and see who talks about them. I've seen people investing like, who said that about me? People are hiring private investigators to find out who said what about them. People are calling family meetings. The whole family meeting must be put aside. Your issue must be spoken about to say, who said what about me? People go through life not talking because somebody said something about them. That's foolish. And this is an example I want to make you tonight. It's my first example. If you go to your friend's house and there's 2 cars standing on the outside, there's a Picanto, and you come there and there's a Picanto. You're going to walk right past that car, you might not even see it, that's how small it is. But you're going to go inside, and you're going to talk, and you will never mention the Picanto. But if you come to your friend's house, and you see a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, you're forgetting even why were you there. Joe, whose car is this? No, it's my friend's car. That car is nice. But you know what? I don't like this part or that part about the car. But you will talk about the car. So if you want people not to speak about you, you are basically admitting that you are picanto. That's what you are. Because you say, who spoke about me? Whereas you drive a Lamborghini, people are going to talk. So in your life, you must that manifest in your life. Are you a picanto or are you a Lamborghini? That is the questions you should ask yourself. Let people talk. Listen, my son, when my son started to read, he asked me, Dad, is your name, because he used to Google all the articles about me. And he said, Daddy, is your other name ex-con? Because every article mentions ex-prisoner Gayton McKenzie. You've never read the article where they don't talk about my prison sentence. So you know what I do? I'm like, all right. I did my car registration ex-con GP, ex-con FS. I'm not going to spend my time telling people I'm not an ex-con. What people call you does not define you. If somebody says to you, and you look around and tell him, man, that man calls me like that, he should deal with you. He never goes, he never called your name. So what I want to share with you today, it's very simple. Do not sit here and answer names that you don't identify with. Don't answer to labels. They've called me an ex-con from the day I was released from jail, and I've prospered, I flourished, I went through all of that until I've achieved what I've achieved today. And that is my message to you today. People don't waste your time. Who said what about you? People still going to talk about you. People talk. You are talkable material. And that's what you should tell yourself. Don't sit here like, oh, they spoke about me. Who are you that people mustn't speak about you? But what silliness is that people shouldn't talk about you? And that's one of the lessons I've learned. Let people say what they want to say about you. People will crucify you today, and tomorrow they will sing Hosanna, Hallelujah. People loved Michael Jackson. Then people hated Michael Jackson. Then people loved Michael Jackson. Then people hated Michael. People are fickle. They would love you today and they will hate you tomorrow. So you can't base your opinion on people that hate you today, that you know tomorrow they're going to love you again. So if you want to achieve success, you need to be Stevie Wonder to what they say about you. And that's the first thing I've learned. Be Stevie Wonder what they say about you. And you gotta, listen, you are your biggest fan. So, you must be your biggest fan. Listen, if you ask me, I've got a story I need to share with you. It's my second lesson I want to share with you. I went in Daba, and this white man came. He's like, Mr. McKenzie, how are you? I'm like, oh, I'm all right. How are you, Peter? And he called his other friend, and you could see this was an important guy. He's like, Mr. McKenzie, you remember him? The guy says, no, I don't. He says, don't you remember, this is the man that we should do business with. And I'm smiling that time, because I'm broke. And he said, we have to do business with Mr. McKenzie. And he says, he's a geologist. He's got a helicopter license. I'm not a geologist. I don't have a helicopter license. But I was not about to interrupt this man. Because I don't know what Jesus manifested in him, what he is seeing, what I'm still going to be. Who am I? So I let this man go on. And he said, don't you remember we met him in Las Vegas in the USA? And I realized I've never been to America. This is not me. But it's not. Listen, if Jesus said this man, amen, I'm not going to interfere. And that's why some of you block your blessings. No, I don't have a helicopter license. No, I don't. You don't even know you prayed last night. Lord, help me so that luck can come. Blessings comes in different ways. So this is a blessing that was a bit drunk in his analysis, but you can steer it to the right way. And this person said, yeah, no, Mr. McKenzie would like you to be our partner in this deal. I said, yeah, sure, but what's the deal? He says, listen, we've got this mine in Zimbabwe, and he gave me all the facts. I said, all right, no problem. I'll fly there, which was technically not a lie. I will fly there, and when When we were done and we signed the papers, the first thing I did, I went to go and hire a helicopter pilot. I went to go and get 2 geologists, not even one. I got 2. And we got the job done. And I made 10 million rands from shutting my mouth when I need to shut my mouth. So that's lesson number 2. Don't interrupt people when they bring your blessings. You go like, oh no, that's not me. Listen, let me tell you something. What is experience? I've learned that experience is doing the same thing for 39 years, over and over again. If I get a job now to say, Mr. McKenzie, can you fly these people in this Boeing 737 to Russia, we pay you 10 million. I'm like, yes, sir. And then you guys must Google the fuck out of how to fly this plane, but I will take the money. And that is what I want to speak to you about today. I see mistakes people are making, and that is one of the second mistakes people are making. Don't interrupt people when your blessings come. Sometimes work come dressed in, money come dressed in overalls. You already know, I'm a teacher. I must only do teaching. Are you crazy? In this world today, you are one thing. Here, people are everything. You are one thing, while people are everything. People act, people sing, people do this. You are one thing. I'm a teacher. And you know why you're a teacher? Because your mom was a teacher and you still brag about it. No, my mom was a teacher. My grandma was a teacher. Listen, your grandfather was light years ahead of you. You have not even taken the family further. And that's what I want to tell you today. I want to say to you, most of you sit here and you're scared to be great. You're so scared to be great. Listen, if people say to me, Mr. McKenzie, you're such a good writer, I'm like, yeah, very excellent. No shame. No shame. Who am I to argue with you? Sometimes people see in the future. It's not for me to say, no, I'm not a great writer. I'm not going to speak that over my life. And if somebody says you're great, acknowledge and embrace it and work on it to make it better. But sometimes you got to be honest. The first thing, if you want to make money, don't let nobody tell you money is not important. Money is very important. Stay far away from people that says money is not important. Avoid people that tell you money is not important. My father was sick. And I tell you today, because of the little money I had, I could give him the best medical help there was. I made his pain bearable. I know nothing about what doctors do, but my money made it. So don't just sit here. Money makes you help people that needs help. On my birthday, there was a lady on Twitter that said, oh my word, it got an hour left before they cut. I can't pay for my honors degree. I don't know this lady. I've never met her. I said, Bakang, can you just pay for that lady? Not because of what, but money made me make a dream come true. So if the people that always talk, what makes me angry is the people that talks bad about money. Is the ones that has money and they're holding that money so close to them. Like this is not good. These people work from 9 to 12. So I want to say to you today, money is important. But just as important as money, it is sharing and giving and helping other people. That's where luck comes from. Luck comes from sharing. And that's a very important thing I'm saying to you today. I believe that my luck I gained from helping other people.